Tingles with flyby. Hello my tinglelings. Just wanted to give a little bit of background for the video today. I just received another eyebrows comment, and rather than just linking to my old eyebrow video, I thought maybe that I would make a new fun type of video. So that's what I'm going to do today. So the setup is basically going... Oh, I was going to show you the comment. So if you look there, you can see the comment. So I'm a big fan of naming and shaming. So there you go. It was on my TGI Fridays video. If anybody is interested in going in and weighing in on the discussion. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see if we can get you treated for this awful affliction. Hi, lovely to have you here today. So obviously I'm an aversion therapist and have, specialty in all sorts of areas, but I know that they in particular wanted to send... Yeah, that they'd particularly chosen me, but they hadn't quite said why that you should see me in particular. So, do you have a particular aversion that I in particular can help you with? Oh. Yeah, no, I understand. I feel just so bad for you. I know it can be difficult to understand that there are people in the world who, choose not to take care of your term, not mine, but no, I feel awful for you. What a difficult life. Oh. Just so much pain you must feel from... Oh, so do you just sometimes go into a store and then... Yeah, then it just really, ruins your whole shopping trip just to see somebody. Oh, yeah, no, I know, that must be awful. Oh, and hair as well, if it's not just perfectly done up. As per just general... Well, it sounds like a very specific beauty standard, is that right? Because obviously, lots of people think I'm gorgeous, so, no, I'm not trying to diminish your pain at all. I'm sure that I'm completely ugly to you, but lots of people think I'm, a beautiful, charming person, so just obviously I'm feeling bad for you that you're not able to see that, and that it's just, basically you're distorting reality, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to, help you and really kind of bring that out. Yeah, let me just put that down. So it's for the hair, and the unibrow is the big one for you. So is there any history where you, abducted by a unibrowed woman, No, nothing like that. Okay. And no childhood traumas associated, weren't, beaten up as a child by your dad, who perhaps maintained a unibrow? No, nothing. Oh, it's just that you don't like it. Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah, that's probably, the worst. The worst experience that I can think of. Nothing more traumatizing than just going out and seeing people, or, you know, going around searching videos on YouTube even to, oh, you sometimes see people on YouTube who don't. Oh, that must be awful for you. Oh, God. Like, how do you cope? I mean, surely on YouTube it's gotta be better than the general population because, yeah, I mean, because surely the bullying is bad enough for most people that it discourages them from ever uploading if they don't maintain a traditional beauty standard. But I mean, I'm not trying to defend, you know, the people like me at all. Of course you were the victim in all of this, yeah. Oh no, I mean, I feel incredibly bad for you. I mean, I just wish that, you know, with my personality and beauty aesthetic, I mean, if everybody around me called me ugly, then, you know, maybe I would feel differently and feel like I had to conform, you know? So, I mean, it's really, yeah, I mean, it's really not even me or all these other individuals to blame. It's like everybody else who doesn't just, you know, bully them constantly, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, no, I think kudos for you. I mean, I do have real big kudos for you, though, for coming to try and get some treatment, okay? And I'm not joking about that, I really am. It's maybe, you know, some people may not take your issue that seriously, but I really, really do commend you for coming to get some treatment. So it's really simple. So what we're going to do is just basically, I'm just going to have you look at me, and I'm just going to kind of help you have different thoughts as you look at things. You'll probably have the same negative, repetitive thoughts that you've had, but we're just going to try and break some of those to be a little more open-minded and hopefully make it so that when you're going out in the world, you don't feel the constant need to judge people, and you may even find yourself finding beauty in other areas that you would have never guessed. So, the first place I really want to focus, since it seems like it's the main focus, hair sounds like it's a bit secondary, so we'll get to that at the end if we have enough time in the session. But I just really want to take some time to just, if you can just look right here. So, I don't need you to look into my eyes, I want you to look right above my eyes. Just look at these eyebrows. Or eyebrow, perhaps, if you prefer, since there's a little bit of joining there in the middle. You can see the hairs and how they form together. If you actually think about the function of eyebrows, which I thought about yesterday as I was running 9 miles, a big benefit is as you sweat, they are here to protect your eyes from getting sweat in them. And so it's actually quite a benefit to have hair, just little bits of hair here, because then the sweat can't come down through there. And it can be beautiful. So now, instead of just focusing across the whole eyebrow, I want you to really focus in on this section here, the real section of interest. And what I want you to know is that you're in a safe place. Nothing bad is going to happen to you just from seeing these hairs here in the middle. You are completely safe. These hairs, they're not here to hurt you. They're just here to protect me. They're here as a benefit to me, to shield my eyes from sweat, to grow and perform their own function that perhaps everything isn't about you, but of course we care about you and they're not going to hurt you. So please just look closer again. Just have a nice look at these hairs right here in the middle. And see, they don't cause you pain. There's nothing that's actually in the hairs themselves or in the placement that's actually causing you pain. And this is something that's really important, is to understand that a lot of psychological pain actually comes from our association with it. So beauty standards are a really good example of this. Beauty standards vary through time and place. What's considered unattractive in one time and place is considered the height of attraction in another place. So, for example, if we were living in Egyptian times, then my arrangement would be the preferable arrangement. And even within our current culture, going back a little bit of time, you have Frida Kahlo, an artist who very much celebrated her uniqueness, and she was very, very popular the world over and an object of sexual desire in itself. Not that that's what really matters, but she was in that area as well. And so the assumption kind of can be broken down that there's not only one way to have attraction, really. Not that I'm not really worried at all about attracting you, because I'm fine in that department, I should say. But let us get back to, if we focus here, right in the middle, I just want to remind you, there's nothing about these hairs that's going to hurt you. There's nothing about these hairs that really has any sort of deep meaning. They are lines on a face, just as are the other lines. Yeah. So do you feel a little bit more comfortable? Okay, let me continue then. So just stare right here. Expand back out. Just follow the line of my finger as I trace over this eyebrow section. You'll see it makes it more one complete whole. Just unites, it forms it's a brow. We have a brow bone there to lift it out, to protect our eyes. And then we have hairs on top to offer additional protection from sweat and debris. And so even these hairs that grow here are also part of that protection. Just looking, wondering, it just occurred to me, do you have a unibrow? Well, I mean, obviously I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I won't judge you. People can be cruel, it's true. I mean, and whether you're seeing them be cruel to a friend of yours, or even to other random strangers on the internet that can impact you, You don't have to admit anything to me, though. But I can understand that would have an impact on you. Maybe make you feel like you have to hide part of yourself, that you can't just embrace who you are. There have been plenty of notable and celebrated people who have embraced a unibrow look. Yeah. And it's okay to be different. Don't have to be like everyone else. But, if you shave or do whatever, nobody's judging you for that either. I think it's more important that you just choose your own aesthetic. Do what makes you happy for you. You're the person who has to look at yourself the most, looking in the mirror. Unless you have a partner who you see quite often, but it's your body, it's your choice what you do with it. This is my body. It's my choice what I do with it. So, yeah, no, I'll give you a little bit more distance as well. Just sit back a little farther so that you can appreciate the whole face now. And, well, the main thing I want you to look at is, as you look here, I want you to just try to break down in your mind the part of it that's telling you that this is wrong, because it's not wrong, it's simply different than perhaps what you're used to seeing. And it can take time, which is part of the point of aversion therapy. It's kind of an exposure therapy, so as you continue to see more and more, you get used to it more, so it doesn't look so wrong to you. So it's really not, I'm not going to blame you for not having exposure to perhaps either people who naturally have a unibrow or people who choose not to keep their unibrow. But that's why, I do really commend you for coming to this therapy, because if you can break down the discomfort you feel just with these few hairs in the middle of my face, and break down that conception that this is wrong because either it's what you prefer. Obviously, I'm not here trying to attract you. I am simply here to perform a service for you. So, and I can do that service with or without eyebrows in the middle of my face. Eyebrows. Without eyebrow hairs right in the middle of my face, can't I? Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, just want you to understand that if you do put in the effort and the practice, and I encourage you to do this not just with monobrow. I do encourage you, however, to go and look out to see if you can find others who do that. Other things that people can feel uncomfortable with is armpit hair, leg hair, particular race sometimes. I think exposure in those ways can help you start to find not just the sexual beauty in life, which is very restrictive. That's fine. It's okay for it to be restrictive of who you are attracted to, but to understand that there's human beauty beyond that. The beauty that we can see in each other as fellow human beings. The beauty of, if I smile, then I can see the little corners of your mouth starting to peek up. That's the beauty that we share together. And as you can see, it doesn't matter that I have hairs here in the middle. You can still appreciate that. I can see that in your eye, that on some level you can still appreciate that. Now, let's get to your second issue, and that's this hair. It's a mess, isn't it? Lots of... It's not, hasn't been combed in a couple days. Of course, with curls, you don't want to comb your hair because then it'll just poof out. But no one could expect you to know that, could they? You'd just see everybody and think they need to follow the same beauty standards, but nobody can blame you for that. And you're taking steps. Very impressive of you to be here to try and understand. But see, for me, I could straighten my hair every day and it could look really smooth and nice, but I wouldn't have very much body. My hair to have lots of body. My hair can just go out. See how far out from my head it comes. It's just fun. I mean, I do have a little bit of a bird's nest at the back of my head, but, you know, I'll deal with that at some point. And, you know, when I'm working every day, sometimes it's going to be a little less polished than another day. It's the random variations of life. So I just want you to look, just see, particularly here. Just look at this hair. It's got, you see how it just kind of sticks out there? This is the area I really want you to pay attention to. And again, I just want to point out that this hair isn't going to hurt you. I'm over here. It's not even going to touch you. Don't worry, I'm not going to come any closer than I have been already. I'm not going to touch you, so if I'm just talking here, and if my hair is like this, it shouldn't hurt you. Did you have any, as I said, let me get my paper again. Were there any experiences ever bullied by somebody who maybe didn't comb their hair every day? I know it's, you know, almost a sin nowadays in our psyched up beauty culture, but for someone who likes to get out and do things, I just don't value spending an hour a day in front of the mirror now. Well, or even 5 minutes, let's be honest. But other people have their priorities, and I perfectly respect that. I think, number one, you do you, but at the same token, you let me do me. Yeah. So, but back to this hair. So, does this give you some sort of flashback? Does it make you think back to a particularly hard time in your life, or someone who treated you really badly? Anything like that? It's a past trauma. And did you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend who kind of had a little bit nabby your hair and they maybe broke your heart, something like that? No? No past lovers. So, I guess yeah, so it doesn't seem like there's a huge basis for it, but that's okay. That doesn't have to be a reason for you to, you know, just lose control at the sight of unkempt hair. I'm not here to judge at all, but I'm just gonna try and help you, because, I mean, I know that you're definitely the victim in this situation. I wouldn't. And, I mean, unfortunately, you know, if it was I mean, if it was up to you, probably, you know, we could try to force everybody to conform to your standards, but I don't think that's really realistic because kind of bodily autonomy is pretty important to a lot of people, so, I mean, I think this therapy is probably a better idea. So just imagine yourself maybe out at the shops at the grocery store, and you see somebody with hair like this, and instead of, it sounds like, you know, you usually have that immediate fear and anger rise up within you and think, oh, that shouldn't be. I just want you to practice breathing for me, so just breathe in, and breathe out. And in, and out. And just remember that hair isn't going to hurt you. It could even be a checkout person, male, female, or other. And the way their hair is, it's not going to hurt you. You don't have to touch their hair. They're, you know, not there for you to go around touching them. So if you have an aversion to touching them, that's fine. You're not are you a hairdresser? No, so you've never had to so it's nothing to do with touching. But you don't like the idea of touching it. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm not asking you to touch my hair. I ask you not to touch my hair, actually. It's my hair, not here for any of my clients to be touching, so. But obviously, yeah, just remember you don't have to touch it at all. Just look at it and just remember, even if I have my hair like this, even if I have a unibrow, I'm still a unique human being. I'm a person with my own history, with my own successes and failures, and that there is humanity in both of us. Yeah, I'm sensing you've made a little bit of progress in this session. Is there anything else? I think we have, I'll just check my, do need to close up soon, but did you want to book another session? Otherwise, I can recommend you, since it seems like you have a little bit of a severe case with, I mean, I can't really see what the basis for it was, but obviously no judgment here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a list. This is basically a prescription of activity. So if you watch one of these videos, there's one channel on here that does upload every night. And so if you watch one of these videos every night, then I can promise you I have seen other clients with a problem like yours. And so if you watch for, well, I recommend 20 nights. Yeah. And you should see, if you watch with that open mind, that non-judgmental mind, then usually about 20 nights should do it. Then you should be comfortable and able to then see that person as a human being rather than just kind of a beauty object for you to be looking at. Yeah. Which is great. I mean, I think that's what life's all about, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. So, I'm just going to give that to you. This channel in particular also does relaxation videos, so it's usually pretty good. Nice little combo there. Full library. So there's that one. And then I'll also going to just link you, I'll give you a list of some Frida Kahlo paintings. And really reading up about Frida Kahlo, usually just good particularly for your issue. I think that's a really good thing to understand, someone who is very successful and admired in the world, who, you know, did have this thing that you think is a negative, but really is just a difference in our modern world. Yeah. So, there you go. There's your little list. That's my prescription for you. As I said, 20 nights. It works better if you do 20 nights in a row, but obviously it may depend on what you need. So we'll book you back in after that, just to check and see how you're going, to see if we need to take any further treatment from there. Okay? So we see you in about 2 months, just to give you plenty of time to get that worked in. Yep. Yep, that'll be fine. Okay. Well, it's been lovely working with you. I must say, sometimes it can be difficult, obviously, to work with people who have such problems. I have a problem with my particular beauty aesthetic, but I do really appreciate you being open-minded, and especially because, I mean, I would hate you to be going out and trying to enforce your beauty ideals on others, so I do really appreciate that you've come out and made the step to get this treatment, because I really think it's, you know, the best for everyone. So I do highly recommend doing the treatment that I've set out for you. It'll give you the best results, and if you do a bit of your own looking, just to see around, keep your eye out around. It sounds like you have quite an eagle eye for the unibrow and the, you know, messy hair, so look out, and as you see these people, instead of judging them immediately, just take a moment, again, breathe in, breathe out. Remember that it's not going to hurt you, and start to see the humanity in them. See the unique things. So that's my challenge for you, is, so if by the next session, do the 20 videos each night before going to bed. The free to color research. The last thing is just keep your eye out for anybody who really kind of gives you that uptight feeling that you've been having before when you see a unibrow or hair like this. Just really, you know, take it in. And then my challenge for you is to write down, and just keep it in a little journal so you can report back to me next time, what bits of humanity you saw in them. Something unique that would only be to them. Maybe they have a patch on their backpack that, you know, tells you something. Just something about them that really makes them seem like an individual. And it doesn't have to be just the two that we talked about. If there's something else that really gives you that same feeling, then yeah, you can put those down as well. So if you can do at least 3 of those, yeah, obviously you may come across a lot more, so I recommend doing the exercise, but if you can write it down at least 3 times before our next session. Yeah, it should really help you out with the aversion. Okay, well, I'm really glad you've come in. It has been my pleasure. And I really do appreciate your open-mindedness in coming in and wanting to make a change for yourself. You know, understanding that these type of things can be very sensitive for people and are very serious matters, that bullying and all of that can be huge factors for people who do choose to be a bit different. And so obviously by seeing the bully in yourself and trying to address that, I really do respect that. Okay, well, I'll see you in a couple months then. See you later. Thanks for watching.